Good morning, Philippines, and welcome to week 47. My gosh, time flies. We're closer to the end than we are from the beginning. So here's this week's progress, and don't forget to catch it from the very beginning, week one, where we've gone through the whole building process here in Cebu in the Philippines, building this luxury condominium that may be coming up for sale soon. So have a good look. First of all, I want to thank all those who've been following us along on this journey as we work to build something hopefully substantial here in Cebu, in the Philippines. So the front yard is starting to get cleared a bit now. The guys are taking down the old wall off to the side. You'll see that as we swing by here and come through the front entry. The trim around the door, we're going to have to move that top header out a bit to line up with the other stones. And there's the junk pile and the wall that's being broken. We're going to take all that down and open it up so that you'll get a better street view. It's all about presentation and curb appeal, so this is all going to be cleaned up. We'll probably keep the little pond there, a pool for fish or whatever. And then we'll be putting stone cladding over the top of this, as we have on the other side. If we come around here, you'll see these cladding that we put up last week and hooked up some of the lights. So that theme will carry along the front of the building. We've got most of the material. There's some granite, the old granite countertops that we had in the old house, and I'm thinking of using some of them for steps on the first level. Well, coming in through the doorway, you can see that we've got our lighting hooked up around the sunken living room now. There's an example of what it looks like. Still needs to be cleaned up a bit. We've got a black border trim to define the room more clearly. The fluted walls, still have to put the crystals in that chandelier. We put some Edison bulbs in these lamps, make it a little bit more cute, I guess. The kitchen in large part is done. We've got a vent hood over the stove, and we've got some sheets of plywood there that we'll be cutting into strips to make shelving. The entertainment wall is ready to receive the TV. We'll mount the TV stand there. And then we'll swing around here into the bathroom area. We finally got some tile on the walls here and some trim. I don't know, it looks a little darker. Maybe when the room walls are painted white above it, it won't look so bad. But right now, I don't know. We'll have to see when the light's on it. And this is the shower area. We'll put a nook shelf in the shower area and keep the spigot to wash your feet, if that's all you want to do. The toilet will go over there, and the vanity will go over here, and there's the basin for the shower. It'll be mounted in the corner. So it's coming along. We got to get a few more sheets of strips of ceiling planking to put in, and the fan is hooked up. The granite has been polished. We squared up with the cabinet guy to pay him off. The total kitchen cost came to 278,000 pesos. We put some relief stone there in the alcove. We'll probably put an archway over the top of it so Mama can put up her Virgin Mary or something up there. And then the black granite will probably go on top of the stairs here on the lower section. Right up, there's I think 17 stairs of varying sizes. So this will come up and then we'll put wood on the upper stairs, the old wood. So on the second floor, the bathroom here, we had the guys rip out the tile that was put in there last week and put in this stuff now. It looks a little bit cleaner and the drain lines are set up. So the walls have been plastered. It's ready for grout and mounting the sink, which you'll probably see next week. Despite cleaning this room out, every door and window is left open so the dust settles throughout the house. And the barn door that we had, the sliding barn door, dragged itself, so it took it off its rails. We're going to cut a centimeter off the bottom so it floats a little bit better and doesn't drag. Here's the entry to the bathroom from the master bedroom. And if we come out through the walkway of the upper or lower, I guess, deck, there's another deck above it. We come around and see that Beau's room finally has a door put on it to match the rest. It was custom cut because it's smaller than the rest. This is just meant to be an emergency exit for him, so, but he'll probably be hanging out there. And now that he's got the area closed off, he wants to get more pets. He loves his pets, so the bird's there guarding the place. And that's the shower door that'll go in on the main bathroom on the second floor. The door shuts firmly. Come on out through here. Again, you can see dust everywhere. They've been prepping these walls on the upper floor. You'll recall that it's rounded. It's quite a feat to go around these walls. Mud and plaster and sand and finish it off. But the finished product looks pretty good. We hung a chandelier here in the top. That's actually, it wasn't the one I ordered. They sent me something else, but it's equivalent, so we'll let it go. Can't be bothered to drag it back. There's the skylight up there. It'll let the daytime light in and also ventilation from the heat that'll chimney through up the stairwell. And like I say, the wood will go on that level. Now here's the upper floor games room, or my den if you want. And it's all tile that's been butted up right up against each other, so there's no real grout lines. Kind of reminds me of a skating rink. Put your socks on, you can slide across the floor, maybe play some hockey. And these are the tiles that just got delivered for the outer deck. The upper deck here on the third floor, you can see they're buried under the wire, but it's a gray color. There's some tape over the top of them, but you get the idea. 444 tiles. What are they, 40 by 40? And then we got our storage water heater, 50 liters. That'll be hooked up to the bathtub and one day the dishwasher when we get that set up. We head up the stairwell here, as we do every week. Still haven't got the louvers in, but the walls are finished, ready for plastering, and they've already started to paint the seal coat on the top of them. And you can see they've put the final dress coat on the roof. So it's waterproofed and it's ready to be painted. We'll just paint one coat of white there, control the drips so it doesn't ruin the deck below. And that's the tower that's now complete with an inside roof. Give it a lower profile. And every time you come up here, you got to catch the view. So we're down to a smaller crew now. So the weekly wages for the guys this week came out to, what was it? 28,000 pesos, which when you consider a crew, there's like 7 guys, and it was a pretty good deal. 7 guys for the week for 28,000 pesos. That comes out to about $700 for a full crew. You'd be paying that for one man in North America. The budget looks like we're coming in around 6 million pesos overall for time and materials. But market value of this is yet to be determined. We're currently thinking around the 18 million mark, but that's not final. It depends on the finishes. As you know, if you've seen in previous videos, this house is built a lot stronger than most of them here in the Philippines. It'll be the last house standing after an earthquake. I'm quite confident about that. And depending on whether we get the solar panels installed when we sell it or not, and the water treatment, it could add a whole lot more value to it for somebody who wants to live independently and create his own bubble here in the Philippines. Hi guys, if I could just interject for a moment here and thank all the new subscribers who joined us and ask you to consider subscribing if you haven't in the past. It costs you nothing, and try it out, see what the topics I cover, if it's of interest to you. So if you decide to come here and build in the Philippines, understand that you're from the West and you're going to end up creating your own bubble, as I have. Whether it's in a major city or out in the provinces, you're going to find things that remind you of home, things that make you feel comfortable, to keep you in that comfort zone of your North American or European experience. Don't feel guilty about it. It's all part of assimilating and adapting. You do these things over time. But you're going to end up building something, whether it's not things quite so grand on a grand scale as this, but you'll find an area of the community. Maybe you'll want to live with air conditioning on 24/7, or it might be your need to be in touch with the medias of the West to keep in touch with what you're used to. Don't feel guilty about it. And as far as living here permanently, it's been my experience, and that's why I don't associate with a lot of expats or get too wrapped up in what's going on in their lives. They don't last. They last about 7 years, and then poof, they're gone. Even guys like Paul McGill, he's been here less than 5 years. Gio, the same thing. You look across the board, and a lot of these bloggers that are here pretending to be experts on the Philippines haven't been here that long. And I've been here going on for about 15 years now, so I think I've got a good footing on it. But just the same, I appreciate my Western comforts. So hence the upscale version of this construction to try and create my own bubble. So, and you know, don't go to extremes. Some guys, they decide that they're going to go live out in the jungle and with a fan and just eat off the land like the locals do. Your bodies and systems just aren't used to it. So it's time to turn on the lights and see the reality for what it is. I hope you're appreciating these videos. They're meant to help you to avoid some of the mistakes that I've made, and maybe give you some tips on how you can create yourself your own little piece of heaven here in the Philippines.